I started.
Now we got it recording. Yeah.
Please unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself, rest of the people. Hurry. Mute. Mute yourself, please. I get a lot of disturbances. Thank you. Under the madam, you can start now. Thank you.
Okay, friends. So today's topic is astral travel. As a meditator, we have lots of questions on this astral travel because there are different types in the astral travel. A lot of us think, do not know all these methods. When we really experience, then we get into confusion. What is this? What happened to me? How come I couldn't get up? This kind of stuff. So even some people, they say that they had a dream, they're flying in the air, they're on a tree or went somewhere, or they're in the water, all that stuff. So these are all nothing but astral travel. So every day what happens when we sleep, right? This is our first way of astral travel. When we born, actually during the birth or when the child is in the mom's tummy, if they are advanced soul, meaning if they are, like I said, Balyatma, Yavvanatma, and also matured soul, right? Vruddhatma. When the Vruddhatma is taking birth, they will not be in the stomach. They'll be outside with us because they don't need to experience again and again and again in the stomach. That's not a great experience. And matured souls does not like to do that, and they don't need to because they already experienced how it is in the mom's tummy, right? So they'll be outside. So the soul is outside the body. That is what astral travel is actually. So that we start doing since when we are in mom's tummy. And then when the baby, during the delivery also, some of them, they are not in that body. That is possible, friends. So the soul will be outside watching everything. So when the baby comes out, then it goes, sometimes, they'll be in their soul world, in their soul city, celebrating the send-off party. So they'll come at the end, like when the baby comes out, sometimes they struggle to make the baby cry, sometimes they struggle to make the baby breathe, all that, right? So it could even breathe, but it won't cry, and it needs soul to cry. So the soul comes back. Once it enters into the body, then the baby starts crying. So many times that happens. That means it has the baby has the Vruddhatma. That baby is Vruddhatma, meaning a very, very mature soul. So it comes and join later. And then after that, whenever baby is in sleep, the soul comes out easily. The babies, sometimes they say, if they are in an incubator, like, if the baby is premature baby, the baby is in the ICU, this generally moms go into a little bit of stressed out, and also they are very stressed because the baby is going through all these things, and they get into that stress zone, right? But I tell them they are not in the body most of the times. When they are in that, the soul will be with you guys at home, because they will still research on you more and more and more, because when I'm taking birth with this couple, am I going to do all the things which I designed? If they think you are, if the parents are not the same as the soul thought, the soul will go back. The baby will not survive. You will be thinking some other reasons, but no. When that's why we have to be careful when a person is pregnant, or meaning careful means you can't do much, but whatever they designed, our behavior has to match. Because when the soul decide to come to that couple, they don't want to waste their whole their janma, their life purpose, why they, whatever they want to learn. For example, if if the father is very angry and he hits the kids, for example, that's what they're okay with that. They have chosen that because they need to learn something from that, or they had that karma in the past, so they want to face that, and they want to learn. They have to come out of that and learn and become courageous and stronger. That's what, maybe they want to learn courage, being stronger. So they do choose those kind of stuff. So everything is pre-planned. Even mother hitting or mother is angry, all that. Those are all learning for that soul. That soul might be Vruddhatma, but it has some karmas, which and also learning pattern, which has to. Sometimes, not all the time, the soul has karmas. Soul chooses some of the incidents to learn from that. So learning is also a lot of things related to the learning. Our birth is nothing but learning. So we have to always think what I'm learning out of this, what is going on, what I'm learning, what I need to, how I need to, more than how I need to come up, what I learned from this. This is what you need to put the proverb, like you have to be continuously conscious on that. And also another thing you have to be conscious is the test. The God always tests you. If you really saw that Shiva serial, when the Parvati bonds again with she actually sharps Shiva, but that sharp actually comes on her. So she bonds again. She says, "Oh, I'm going to leave you. Then I'll come back again and I'll forget you." So that forgetness, not only she forgets Shiva, she forgets her Daivatvam, the goddess abilities too. So when she bonds, she has to learn everything, right? So when she's learning curve, they constantly test it. The Shiva comes and tests, everybody comes and tests her. So whenever she passes, she goes further and further and further, right? Same thing. I'm not saying they'll come and test, but everything you designed it to test yourself too. Whenever you pass, you go to the next step. So keep in mind these two. So when the soul is not staying in that body, so that when they're putting in the incubator, giving injections, nothing, the baby is not suffering. The soul is outside. Most of the time, the soul will be outside unless they are Balyatma. Balyatmas, they have to face all that because they experience everything, right? So they are still the beginning Atmas. So everything is a learning. So don't feel bad by looking at anybody, by seeing anyone or anything they are going through. Everything is a soul plan. So, when you feel the pity and when you feel sad, that energy comes into you. So never ever. So always have that smiley face and then help them what you can help. That's all you can do. So give the counseling to that mother that, the baby soul will not be in the body. So she's not suffering. Don't worry about it. So she's watching you guys. So you guys have to be careful on how you're taking it, how you behave yourself, right? So, and then the next stage is whenever, like I said, since the baby, whenever you sleep, the soul comes out, even the babies. So when the soul comes out, right? Sometimes babies laugh, cry in the sleep. That means they are experienced their past lives in one of the lives. So if they are getting up with the jerk, that means they have seen something which something happened bad or they did bad. Does not matter. But they get up and they smile because they had good memories. Those memories they are seeing. So, or they go into that style, or they might be in the Atmaloka enjoying with their soul friends. So they might be in the soul city. So these kind of things are normal for a newborn baby. But when we are growing up, right? So they are still in the soul sthiti. We say that they are in the soul status. So until they are like grown. In the olden days, they used to say 12 years, but nowadays it's not 12 years. I would say maybe 7-year-old or max of 8. So when the baby is growing, whatever you want to teach as a mother, teach before they are 11 years old. Everything you teach. Talk about even about the if they are boys, you can talk about the girls also. You can talk about everything what you want to teach, everything. Then after 11, they're not there with you to teach. They will, everything they'll say what you're saying is wrong, what I know is right. So there's no scope for you to teach. So teach everything before that. Because in this life, they still need to learn to implement from the subconscious mind. So the soul continuously tells them what to do, what not to do, but they more rely on the subconscious mind. That's why you have to teach the stories and everything, what is dharma and adharma, what is the truth, and everything you have to teach to the kids as a stories. So when you teach everything, what happens is they grow with that knowledge, right? So they will subconscious mind, they will start doing dharma. They will be following the dharma what you taught without their knowing. So after 12-year-old, you don't need to interfere in their life. They know what to take as a, what are the challenges, how to face, and what decision to make. They will make. Since the childhood, allow them to make the decision, because they are in the soul level. They are much more advanced so than you and me. So allow them to make the decisions. And then when when we sleep, right, when the body is like this, the soul is with us. This is the soul. This is the body. The soul is with us. So when when the soul comes, whenever we are in the sleep, deep sleep, right, the soul comes out. When the soul comes out, it kind of scans the body before it leaves, and watches the body, scans the body, and then whatever you say that I want to get up at 7 o'clock, the soul comes back at 6:45 or 6:50. But when it comes, so it goes, when it leaves, it goes everywhere, wherever it want to, whatever you want to do, it does actually. So if you want to go to Badri or Europe or somewhere, you see in the Facebook some of the pictures, really makes you, oh my God, this is so beautiful, right? So whatever you see, right, whatever you think, they go everywhere and then comes back on top of the body, and then gives the knowledge back into the body. It stays on the top of the body like that. And then everything transfers, whatever has been seen, and then goes back into the body. So when that's why sometimes even, when the child dies, for example, a mother is depressed, child is died, whether they are 5-year, 12-year, or 18 years, does not matter. So the mother goes to the whichever soul city they are in. The mother goes in the night, the soul goes in the night to that soul city and plays with the kid, and then have all the beautiful memories in the soul, and comes back and transfers into the body. So when the body gets all that, right, all the information, then body wakes up happily. So it works happily. But suddenly the subconscious mind says that, oh, my child died, I should be sad, I should be crying. Then the mother suddenly remembers, yeah, my child died, I have to be sad, and then starts being sad. So this is all, some of them, a lot of them was pushed by the society or the surrounding people, of course. So, and also pushed by the parents, pushed by the friends, pushed by the teachers. So there are so many energies which are not right to us as a human, to put us down. There was so much we learned when we are in child. So all the things, what happens, we implement when we are growing. So that's the reason, we push ourselves to be sad, we push ourselves to be anger, we push ourselves. Even sometimes, husband dies, right? So many people, they go to the husband, they spend time, they say that my husband came in the dream. Sometimes they say, he told me he's right here with me, but he was, outside the house, he's not able to come inside the house, he's crying, he's also unhappy that he died. But that husband is a earthbound soul, he didn't go, that he's supposed to go. So those kind of things we have to recognize when someone is coming, the dead person, into your dream. That's why when you put our decoding team, your dream, you have to mention whether that person, my aunt came, my uncle came, they say that, but you have to say whether they are alive or not at present time. Because they are alive, it has different meaning. If they're not alive, it has a different meaning. So that's why you have to mention all those. So when the and also whenever we leave our body, right, we actually supposed to know that we left and we are going. Sometimes you get the jerks in the body. That means that that's when body left from the body, but it's not completely gone. That's why you still have the sense of the body, but once completely left, you don't have any sense on the body. But if you put the alarm, for example, or somebody touches you, right, what happens is this soul suddenly comes into the body. It doesn't scan, it doesn't do anything. Those memories are gone. So suddenly comes like that. So it's not aligned properly like this. So it came like that. So what happens when it is like this? People will have body pains, neck problem or spasm, or they say suddenly I woke up, it's my back is neck is hurting, all that, right? So or properly did not sleep. So we say that, oh, I didn't sleep properly, I don't have my proper pillow or something. But the soul comes like that. That's why we say do not put the alarm. Don't put the alarm. So that don't put the alarm, but you put the intention of time, what time you're supposed to wake up. So when you have the intention, automatically what happens is automatically the soul comes and joins in the body, and body will automatically wake up at that time. So that's why even kids, they put the legs on the mom, but putting a leg on the mom will not come back. But kind of baby cries, the mother has to get up. So those situations, it comes suddenly and enters into the body. Sometimes it does enter align properly, sometimes it does not. So it depends on the situation of the mother, the way she slept, and also how the soul came back, how fast soul came back. So in this experience, when you come out of the body, when the soul comes out of the body, it goes everywhere, right? So in that travel, because you're on the top, and then you're like flying, just like Hanuman. You become a Hanuman, literally. Your soul is like a Hanuman. It can go any second, anywhere. It can go into the water, or if you say I want to go to India, you'll go in 1 second. You'll see your parents, because you had in your mind, my mom is not doing well. How is she? So you go as an astrally, and you see your mom, dad. You come back, right? That's why you're a little satisfied, even though you're away from the mom and dad. You're not homesick. We can be homesick at any age because of the attachment. So we see in the night, we go see the mom and dad. Okay, she's doing well, because it's a daytime too. You will remember when you come back. Oh my God, in my dream, I saw my mom. She's doing this. If you really call, she will say, yeah, I was doing that. I was there at that time. So because you went as a soul, I experience this all the time. So, and also sometimes if you, when the soul comes out, when you're in meditation, most of the times you will know, you are aware. So there is a difference between when you're sleeping, coming out of the body with the awareness, without the awareness, and with the remembrance, what all you did as a soul, and not remembering anything. These are all stages. When you have a lot of cosmic energy with the meditation, you start remembering things. You know where you went in the night, you know what experience you had, but you don't know the meanings of those. Sometimes you go to different locus. You go to, like we have, just like Prithvi, like land, we have other planets too. We all know that. So you go to other planet. Sometimes you teach there, sometimes you do something there, but you don't remember. Sometimes you do remember. I was teaching something whole night, you say, but you don't know the meaning of that. What you're teaching, why you're teaching. You might be teaching meditation because you know that already, right? So you know a lot more things in your soul level. So you teach all that because you learn from all these books. So those things you can always teach them. So one day I asked the question, like, how come I can teach because you guys are much more advanced souls, because other planet souls are much more advanced. And all those in those planets, when they do the research, those researchers, some from that planet, they born again on the land, and they show us that research thing like electric cars or whatever they are. So those humans also, they are little different than from us. Elon Musk is totally different, the way he talks, the way he is, and some people say he's like mentally little bit off because he came from another planet. So their sleeping habits will be different when they first born. They don't sleep in the night. So because the other places, they don't sleep. They don't eat. They eat through the skin, through the breath. So they also travel in a bubble. So it's a different way they do. So when they come here, it takes time for them to adjust with this environment. So they don't sleep in the beginning. So these are the symptoms when they come from other planet. So and also even these and when we go to these other planets, we remember as, oh, I've seen like a waterfall, like a shiny diamonds, or I've seen horses are flying, this kind of stuff. So those have been, they went to another planet. That means, so even if we flied or we went somewhere or we were inside the water, all those are, we did it as a soul. So we were flying. So, and then the third stage is like when we are sitting in the meditation, the soul comes out and you come out with the eruka, means with knowing consciously. So you see everything, but you see your own body. 90% of the time we don't realize we came out. We think just like other person you're seeing, and you think you are here, but you're seeing from there. You don't even realize at that time. You don't even go anywhere. You think you can't, you're right here. So you don't go anywhere, but you watch from the top, from the ceiling. And then, when we're done, we want to get up. We can't get up because the soul is not in the body. Then we start struggling. Oh my God, I can't get up. And then the more you struggle, the soul can come back to the body. When you give it up, okay, it's okay. If I can't get up, no big deal. I don't need to do anything after, I can be in this stage. And when you give up, the soul comes back into the body. So that's how it is. So it's amazing how this little things work on things. So when you experience this kind of stuff, then now you will know what it is. And if you know that you came out of the body, you go other places. You experiment, because whenever somebody touches your body, or when you want to come back, you can come back. Don't be afraid of it, because it has a silver cord attached to that body. No matter which where it goes, or India or somewhere or another planet, it can come in second. So you don't need to have that stress of, oh, what if I can't come back? Don't worry about it. If you can't come back, you're born again, no issue. So that is guaranteed. So you just go explore the world, explode. You want to go, keep an intention. Okay, I want to go into India now. You'll go in seconds, experience all that, because that experience, oh my God, is like more than anything. It's like equally seeing the God. You can also go to Indralok. You can also go to Suryalok. You can also go to Sun God, the city of sun, city of the goddesses, city of anywhere you can go. So the moon city, you can go anywhere. So just explore it when you know that you're in the soul. So, that opportunity might not come that many times. So, and also you can see your body, like whenever, if you have the knowledge, then definitely you recognize. If you don't have knowledge, you get a little bit of like, what's going on? Why I can't get up? This kind of, go into panic mode. That's why the knowledge, wisdom is extremely important. So when we do the meditation, we get a lot of cosmic. So how to use that power is also important. Just having that power is not enough. Of course, we do cleanse our aura, we remove all our whatever we have, body illness, we do all that. But after that, what? So you come to question mark. Okay, I did all this. So what? So next what? So next, exploring all these things. So getting the dreams, knowing yourself, who you are, how many births you had, where you came from, all these things are extremely important, right? So that's the reason why you guys are, learning all these ability, all these extra wisdom in these channels, because knowing more and more knowledge helps us to go even further as a journey of soul. So in this journey, then what happens when you are so we learned out of the body experience. We also learned going everywhere, coming back into the body in the night. We also learned as a baby how the soul is outside most of the times. And the last one is the death. So when a person dies, the soul comes out without the card, the silver card. You can see the card actually when the soul comes out in generally in the night also, if you're aware. But this time, no card and not attached to this and no energy. So the soul feels much more freedom, like totally free from everything, because now they don't have this karma bandha with this. There's no attachment with this body, and there is nothing is carrying from this body, right? So they're done with this life. So they come out with more relaxing. That's why it's that soul wants to go back for their wife or the kids or the parents, but actually the soul is much more freedom soul. So it's much more lighter, much more happier. So when the soul is out, soul does not know it's died. So who wants to come back again and again and again, because that soul has no knowledge about anything. So when everyone is like, making the body prepare or crying or they put somewhere, they constantly want to go back into this. And also until the body is there and the people are crying, this body will have thousands of ants will bite this body. Thousands means like lakhs, many ants will bite. So this body will have like a burning sensation. Imagine one ant bite, how painful that is. Imagine thousands of them biting. They feel that pain. The soul feels that pain like biting, because the energy of the crying and the energy of that dead soul, it affects the dead body affects the soul as a ant's bite. So when this experiences ant bites, the soul thinks, if I go back into the body, I will not have this pain. So, and also it wants to go back, it wants to alive, it wants to, unless they are like people who have higher knowledge, like Patriji, they don't stay. Once they come out, they know they are died, they came out, because there will be light on the top. The masters will be inviting them, they can see all that, and then they immediately go back to their soul city. From there also they can see all this, what is happening. And you don't need to see what is happening here. It does not matter anymore. We're done with this life. So when these advanced souls, they just go. But the people who don't have knowledge, so when they don't have this knowledge, right? When they don't have knowledge, what they do? They try to come back. That's the reason why people say, do not keep the body, burn it immediately, right? Because it's there in our scriptures. If the person died after the sunset, you have to wait until the morning sunrise. Only burn during the sun is there, right? So when the sunrise happens, then they wash the body, they do all those things, and then they cremate. So in the cremation also there is a burning, and also they some bodies they put Patriji, they did not burn the body, they put it. It's there in the Jnana Sabha, like in the Karta. So why the difference? And also I'll tell you why they say not to keep the body. So if the body stays in the night because they died after the sunset, somebody has to sit with the body, the family members. The body cannot be given to somebody and put it in a room. No, because they say in that body there will be negative sources goes and does something. I don't have deeper knowledge about that, but that is what they say. What these souls do with that body, I don't know. But they say all the negative sources enter into that body. Maybe when you take out after 10 days or 5 days, when the sun comes from the US, at that time, maybe that they spread that negativity. I don't know that part. I need to do a little more research on that, but definitely, and also the soul who died, right? They also wants to go back into that body constantly. They stay with the body. That soul don't go anywhere. And you guys are, the people are crying. That energy burns them, and then that soul, that dead body energy burns them. So that soul wants to go back to this body. So constantly tries to go back. So when the soul can go, the soul feels bad. The more bad it feels, again, the burning increases. The more people cries, the burning increases. The more it goes into that negativity, the burning increases. And these masters come. Masters also, they cannot talk to them into going and doing all that, because they are still in the burning stage. Still the body is there. The body has to go. Body has to be burned. So that's why, friends, if you guys are, if anybody dies, different country, do not wait until you guys go. There's nothing to see a dead body, right? Already you have great memories of those people, of the parents, or whoever it is. Ask them to do the rituals. Do not, never, ever, ever wait for that body. Keep the body. That's a totally against to the nature, against to the family, and it's a very, very negative energy to the family, and also that gives you a lot of negativity going onward. You people go into depression, all that, because of that energy, that soul energy, not the soul energy, the body energy. So tell them to cremate. My dad passed away last year. I told them, my brother called, you want us to keep it? I said, no, do it instantly, immediately. Don't wait for me. I have all the memories about my dad. So I don't need to see when the soul is out, the body has no value to it. So that's a dead body. So I'm fine with that. So just do the cremation. Even my whole family has that knowledge. They won't wait for me anyway. Even if I ask, by my brother does not, he just asked. So my sisters will not wait for me. No way. So you should not wait. Ask them to whoever is there. Even the girls, boys, their brother kids, whoever is there, ask them to do. Whoever Pandit says, okay, this person can do eligible, do it. So this is my high priority thing. I will tell you guys not to wait. And the another thing is, when the body comes out, right? When the body comes out, when the soul comes out, it's once the body is cremated, done, so this soul can go anywhere, right? Meaning can go back into the body, and then it's her burn reduces to 60-70%, sometimes 100% if the family members are not crying. So sometimes they have the knowledge, they want to look around and go back, then it won't burn. When they are in that stress of, oh my God, I left, I want to go back. If they have that stress, not having the knowledge only, the it will burn. So that's why very, very, very important, after the death knowledge, everybody has to know. It's extremely important. Whether they do meditation or not, this knowledge they should have. So when the soul stays here for 12 days, right? So it goes everywhere, here, there, then the masters come after the body is gone. When these crying little bit reduces, everything stops, the masters come. Masters tell them whichever soul city they are going, like we spoke last time, the third, fourth, fifth, not the fifth, of course, fifth people, they don't need masters. The fourth or the third or 1 or 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, the masters from there, they come and they tell them, you know what, it's time for you to go. Let's go to our soul city. They say, no, my wife can't do anything, my wife does not work, my children, I want to stay back here. They say, no, you can't do anything, but they don't listen. They stay back here. So those are the people becomes earthborn. And also people who suicides, because there is no space, there is no call there, the doors are closed, they can go to their Atma soul city. So doors are closed, they stay back here until their turn comes. If they are 30-year-old suicide or 8-year-old suicide, until they are 50, 60, 80, their time comes, they are here. So that energy goes into the family. You see, anybody who did the suicide, the family will be in down, depression, even financial troubles, all those effects, because of that soul is still here. That soul becomes a negative soul. After the 13th day, it starts showing the negativity of that soul, because the soul can go. Suddenly, after 1 month, the soul realizes he can't do anything. He can't talk to anybody. Sometimes the soul wants to tell something before the 12 days. They can tell in the dream, or they can tell to a meditator that I want to give this message to my family, or whether about land or about something, they can give. But again, that is known only to the matured souls, not to the Saisatma or regular soul. So the third level, second level, first level, they can't reach most of the people, to anybody. Now, maybe in the dream also it is difficult, unless you are extremely meditated. Then if you ask the question, they can come and talk to you in the dream. But otherwise, you can see them. Actually, they don't come and talk, but you can see where they are, what their situation is. Because it's your the strength in you. And then the next one comes to after they're dead. I mean after the 13 days, what happens? They stay back here. The people who stay back here, they don't want to go. Those you can send them by doing the meditation. So you have to do 3 days of meditation with them. Call those souls. If it is, for example, someone whom you personally know has been gone, and you have seen them in the dream crying, and they wore the black dress, and they are in a dark place, and you can't reach them. They're somewhere top, and then alone crying, and you can't go, you can't reach. That means they are earthbound soul. So what you do is you sit in the meditative stage, and you call that soul, ask them to do meditation with you. You will say, there's no body, madam, there's no breath, how can they do? But they see the body. They feel all that, because they don't know that they are soul, there is no body. They feel the body, they see the body. That's what the soul strength is. Soul can see anything they want to see. Soul can get anything they want to get, because they don't have mind and body to stop that, right? So the soul comes with them, sits with them, asks them to do Anapanasati with you, like focus on the breathing. They can do that. They'll sit with you and do that. Nothing will happen to you, because you put the light of the Hanuman. So before you call the soul, you call the Hanuman. You tell the Hanuman to put the light around you to protect from these earthborn souls, and ask the Hanuman to keep this light all the time. All the time. You don't need to do each time you sit. Wherever you go, whatever you do, you will have this light. You request the Hanuman, I want this light wherever I go, as a protection light, right? So we say protection kavach. So that can stay all the time. So after you put that kavach, then you call that earthborn soul, ask them to sit with you. They'll sit with you, and then ask them to do Anapanasati. You do that as many times as you can, but tell the soul, whenever I sit in the meditation, you come and sit with me. They'll come automatically and sit with you. So you don't need to remember each time. So after 3 days, call the masters from there. You don't need to know which Atma, soul city they are from. If you say masters, whichever the soul city they are from, I'm inviting you to take whoever are there, to take them back to the soul city. So the masters will come with your energy. The masters will come and take them, but they can't go by themselves. So this is very, very easy technique, friends. Do it and send your loved ones. Don't keep them here. That is a very bad energy to all your families. So I know we love them so much when they are alive, but once they are done, the soul is not good for us. The energy is not good, even the body. So why some people are burned? Why some people are buried, right? There's a difference. So the advanced souls can be buried, because those souls go back to they don't stay here, because they're advanced, they know everything. Then the second thing is, not only number one, advanced things can be buried, and the second one, all the gurus who has ultimate knowledge in them, who are enlightened person, they should be buried, because all that energy comes out. How the negative energy comes from the other people, this one, positive energy, whatever they have the knowledge, they can transform into you with that body. That's the reason Ramana Maharshi, everybody, none of their bodies are burned. Even you see, right, the Jesus or or Allah, all these are, even Guru Nanak, all these people's they made as a temples. So when I was younger, I used to think, how come these dead bodies they kept and they are praying and they go as a temple? Isn't that like a wrong energy, like a bad thing? I always had that question in my mind. So later I had the answer with the dreams. So all those gives you a lot more strength. That's the reason why these people say that's an ultimate place to go, right? Because they even when we went to Kartal at the Gyanama Chakram December, I was there. So we sat and did the meditation every day in that place. So that was a different feeling, and then we could able to go much more deeper into the meditation, because that energy gives you more strength and you can do better and better meditation, because Patriji was teaching meditation. This main intention was meditation. So automatically you can do meditation a lot more. Whatever they were teaching, you get that jnana, you get that knowledge. So, and then people, if you don't burn them, they stay here only, they as an earthborn soul. Then you will ask me the next question. The Americans and all these advanced places, right? They don't burn, right? I mean, they do cremate, do the electrocute, but lot of times they bury them. A lot of Christians they bury them, because these lands are, what's it, Boga Bhumi we say, right? They came to enjoy the life. So who comes to enjoy the life? People who had many lives, who had lot of punya karmas, good karmas, right? Those are the only people can born here in the US or the Europe. So they have extreme knowledge. Those people, they know to live. Even if you put the body in the cremate or not, if you bury them, does not matter. They leave immediately, because they are much more advanced souls. Why they are living with all these luxuries? Because they had hundreds of lives already. They want to have one of the life with the luxury. They want to have one of the life with a good, enjoyable life. Then they're born here. They do everything they can to enjoy their life, and then they leave the body, because that life is to enjoy. We do take some of the enjoying lives, some of the lives without any karma we born. In the future, in other classes, I'll tell you why a person chooses not to have any karma, why a person chooses only the bhoga, means enjoy life, why a soul chooses lot of problematic life. All these I'll teach in the future classes. Okay, friends, back to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, madam. Thank you so much for your class. And can we ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
We have 15 more minutes. Yes, lot of knowledge, learning.
know,
It's
I
very
mean,
interesting.
when you think it's out of the body, what is there much to talk, right? But there is so much subject. I can teach this another 3 classes. That's amazing how much is there just about that one thing.
Right.
Yeah.
It is. I'm just like so much like I like these kind of topics so much.
Yes.
So
Me too.
yes. Okay, so day by day, it is, I'm getting so much interest to learn these topics, but I really appreciate. And I request all the masters, if you have any questions, please raise your hand and stay in the queue. I will call you. Okay. We have a 15 minutes more, or 12 minutes more, because during these are working days, so people leaves by 6:30. Yeah, please ask your question.
Thank you,
if
Aniruddha Master. This was so much of knowledge that it took us to some other world only. Yeah, it was like we used to, because as I told in last class, I used to get so much dream, and that time I was child, I used to started hating it, because I started getting scared, because all the time I used to see new places, talk to new people. I don't know it's past memory or it's I'm traveling to new place. I don't know how to differentiate. Now also, after I started meditating, now I started getting dreams again. As I told you, in between I stopped getting dreams. Now again, after meditation, now and then I start getting dreams again, in which recently itself I know a royal family, and the wife has lost her husband in an early age, and her two kids also, that is, two daughters also lost their husband in the same way at the early age itself. And the people are talking about that, what happened to mother, same thing happened to the daughters. And I'm standing there and listening to that, and I feel bad because I know that family very close and very personally. And somewhere they are like North Indian, I feel like it's Bombay. I don't remember exactly, they told the name place and all. But these dreams, I don't know, it's my past memory, or is it like, I'm there listening to all these things. So like that, I got dreams, and some new place I'm in. I don't know which place that is. All these dreams I keep getting. Nowadays, now and then I get dreams. That's what I also, you gave so much of knowledge on this. Thank you.
Yeah, in
And
the future, you will know who are those three women are and what you did. If you want, I will tell you now. They lost their husbands because of you. They are showing you dushkarma, what you did. So, you need to say sorry to those women. In the future, actually, in day after tomorrow, I think we are going to talk about how to say sorry and all that. But meanwhile, you just say sorry to those three women for what I did. I'm sorry for what I did at that time. I didn't had any knowledge about it. Now I'm in meditation. Now I help everyone. Now I'm a knowledge soul. So I won't do these things anymore. So please forgive me. And sorry. And you need to apologize them from your heart, and you should get the tears. So that's what we are going to teach in the future. How to say sorry to those people, because those three, for money or whatever, for property, whatever is the reason, you are the one.
They were very good people, like very nice.
I know. But that's what you are seeing from now as a good people. You killed good people, and those three are gone. So,
okay.
So yeah, you need to say sorry.
Okay. And
Thank you,
regarding
Padmini.
this learning, this astral thing, this training, should we have some, like eligibility, like we should have so much of meditation, anything like that?
Yeah, once you ask the dreams, you will know where you are, and whether if you're not getting the dreams, if you're not able to do it, then you will know that you need to do more. We'll teach all that. We'll be with you.
Okay.
Thank you, Padmini ji. And next, Ahalya ji,
Yeah.
you can go ahead and ask the question.
Yeah, this is Ahalya Madhukar. I got so many questions when you were talking, and I said, okay, I can't ask all the questions, but I'll ask one question. My brother-in-law passed away long time ago, around I think 2019, but they kept the body for at least one day for his daughter to come from UK, because she was the only daughter and they wanted her to do everything. My question is, I can relate to all the things you said, how crazy things happens around it, or bad negativity happens around the house. It happened. Now, should we do anything now? Because I still see some unpleasant things happen, but it has stopped for almost a year. But it comes and goes. Should we have to do anything?
Ask the question if he's still here. If he's still here, yes, you need to send them back. We'll teach you how to do that. Ask the question in the dream.
Okay.
Is he still on the earth as an earthborn soul?
Okay. Because on 12th day, we were all saying, at least his elder brother was saying, you are done your work, you can go now, you can leave the house. And at that time, I never was thinking why he said, no, now I feel, oh, this is all a part of the rituals. And he was asking the soul to go on 11th day or 12th day. And it doesn't have to stay anymore. But I'm seeing all the, okay, now I know I will ask the questions in my dream. Thank you.
Thank you, Halaji. And one more question, if you have any, like if we have a few more minutes. If you don't have any questions, I will go ahead and ask my question.
One
Um,
more than the question, Vikshimji. I know she talked a lot of it, and I know we will get the video. But is there something, kind of bulleted steps in the presentation form? I am the person who, I'm not a, like people who digitally do all the things all the time. I like to note it down, or if I have slides or something that would really help, I can print and refer to them whenever I cannot see the video. Is there a? I know yesterday we were asking to get the because he was saying 36 breaths we have to take and do this first, do the second, next.
Yeah, but you can,
if you have
for Dushkarma and also for Earthborn Souls, you don't need to do the 72 breaths. You can ask and sleep, they'll show you.
Okay.
Even if you get up in the middle of the night, ask again same question and sleep, they'll show you. Just say, feel the person and say easy on the earth as an earthborn soul. Show me masters. And then sleep, you'll get the day.
Okay. So is there
even
any presentation?
Everybody ask for Dushkarma. Whatever is you, if you're going through any pains or anything, happening, if you're stressed out, just ask for, what did I do to happen this? Show me the Dushkarma, means bad sin, what I did. Then they will show you in your dream. So when you get up with the fear early morning. So that's what you need to immediately record everything. Otherwise you'll forget even your feelings in that, what you felt. Just now, how she said that dream, that those people are nice. I felt bad because that's a present Chaitanya. The present person is watching, but who did was that Chaitanya when we were as a Saisatma. So there are two characters there you see in the dream. So sometimes we also suffer in that. The present Chaitanya is suffering, not at that time, because they want to release your karma. So they will do that in the dream. So don't be afraid to ask the question. Just ask. It does not matter how you ask in the beginning, but you ask and sleep. That's more important.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Aniruddha Master, so
Yeah.
I have a question. Let's say the one person's life is, let's say, 80 years of life.
Yeah.
But suddenly he didn't he didn't commit any suicide. He was traveling and suddenly some accident happened and he passed away. Is it happens like that? Or just it happens when the person purposely?
No, that's been written in his journey to leave like that with the accident. Even 30-year-old also writes their journey like that. But if they have lot of moham about their family, about the land, then they might stay as an earthborn. They don't want to go. They want to live more longer. So those people, it is hard for them to go. Just like leaving everybody and going, it's not easy. That's the reason why they say you need to release that mom, that attachments from the family, also from the kids, from the husband, from the jewelry, from the woman. It is hard to release the jewelry, money, saris, clothes, all that. But you need to detach from the attachment. That's the reason why they say so detach. Even 80-year-old, they're not detached. Some people, they love the food, they love they don't leave they always want to see their grandkids, kids. It's a constant thing they ask, and they are in this world, right? For them, it is hard to leave, and they might not leave. We have seen so many earthborn souls. Oh my God, every single person. Not every single person, but people who are in depression, people who are not able to do stuff, people who are weak, who has these issues. Those are because of the earthborn. There's no karma there. So when we ask them to show, they're showing the Earthborn soul constantly. Why I'm seeing this? My uncle who is dead 2 years ago, constantly they're showing my uncle. Then I said, he's an Earthborn soul because of his energy. What is happening to you happening? They don't believe it, but once they release it, everything goes to normal in their life. That's amazing how little, that's a big thing actually, Earthborn soul staying with us, and it's a very negative energy, very, very. We all fight, argue, and people get sick. All those things will happen. Even vegetables, even the curries, when you put it in the fridge, right, they spoil very quickly. So that's one of the symptoms too.
What about that question is, let's say there are so many earthborn babies, so they talk each other, the souls?
Yes, they do. They sit together, they talk together. One of the guy, the PSSM guy, he's a meditator. He went to Kashi, it seems. There is a river on the Kashi. On those steps, there are thousands of souls sat, it seems. So he has seen, he felt the energy. But you will not have a negative energy there because it's a good, cosmic energy place. So what he did was he sat and sent them, like thousands of them when he was there. He stayed extra 3 days and started sending them because he's sending more earthborn souls are coming and sitting there. So that's the reason. See, sometimes when we are meditator, around the earthborn souls, they can feel the energy and comes and sits with us to leave, to go, to get the energy from us. So that is another reason we see the earthborn souls in the dream, but they're not recognized person. You see that they are there. Sometimes you realize they're there in the house, but they don't do any negative to you because they came for help. They're not our relatives. You have nothing to do. But you do, there will be some negative energy no matter what, if there is an earthborn soul. So that's why we should always protect ourselves. We should always have that light. And then whenever you sit, you always have one sankalpa. If there are earthborn souls around me, I invite them to sit whenever I do meditation. So they are always welcome. So they sit with you automatically. They do it, and then you can also put the sankalpa masters wherever they belong to. Any earthborn soul sitting with me and doing, please come and take it. So they will come and this will happen automatic process. So when I do purposely a person, right, when we are in the group meditation, I can send in 20-30 minutes. I see that they came, sat with me, and then the masters came within 30 minutes after the meditation and took them. I feel all that energy. So because if you are in the group meditations, you can send them much more quicker because that energy passes them, especially live group, forget about it. You can send thousands of them. For example, Jnana Mahachakram, those kind of places, invite to those places, you can send them in 5 minutes, easy, because of everybody's energy. We can heal people, we can do a lot of stuff with the togetherness meditation. We can do wonders actually. That's what the Joe Dispenza does. He does like in his classes, like he does 7-day retreats. There will be 2,300 people. He takes each class and then he charges a lot. He does in 5-star hotels, and then again you pay for the hotel, this and that. But all these people who are sick and who are whose hand and leg are not functioning, all those people will come in the wheelchair. By the 7th day, they can get up and walk because of that energy, togetherness energy. He makes 4.5 hours per day meditation. The togetherness energy, we can heal. I mean, we don't heal, but the astral masters comes and heal. The same thing I'm talking about in the dream, astral surgeries. That's happening right there. I went to these classes, so I have seen, I have experienced it. Even I did one session in India in January, the 3rd and 4th in India, we did like in an open area. So we could able to make like a lot of people, like 150 people attended. Out of 150, everybody lost whatever they don't need from them. Even depression, they lost. Even whatever, like even things changed in their house. Something shifted in them, even in the chakras. Even whatever they had, pain was gone, headache was gone. So many miracles happened in that. We did like a 2-day session. So it's amazing togetherness, how much we can do. So we are also doing one in Dallas and one in Europe, in Paris, actually in August. Dallas one we're doing in April 13th and 14th. I'll send you the information. This
I
is
got this
together
information.
being, togetherness with the meditation, we can heal others. So we are doing mostly healing sessions. And in August, we are doing 13th to 23rd in Paris. We will do the trip of, we always do the trip of meditation trips. And, we talk in the bus, we do all that. We did Manasarovar trip, and this time we're doing Paris trip for 10 days. And 2 days is the healing session. We're doing like a seminar kind of workshop. And then remaining days we go around. We're doing constant meditation in the nature, meditation, watching the water, sunset, moon meditations, all these, even with the fire. We do all these elements meditations together, and we'll have so much fun singing songs and all that. So anyone is welcome
Very
to
good.
those. Yeah.
Yes.
So
A quick
I'll
question
send
is, how do, let's say, I want to do it, like, just I want to invite it all that berries, and then I want to release them from this earth. I want to send them back to that soul city. But first of all, I have to qualify for that, right? How I can
No,
invite them?
you're a meditator. You're already qualified. You don't need to. As long as you do meditation, you're good. You're qualified.
Hmm.
Call them, and even now you can call them around me. If there are any earthbound souls, sit with me, and let's do the Anapanasati with me. And then on the third day, you call the masters and say, wherever they belong to, I'm inviting those masters from that soul city. Please take these souls with you. Then they come and take them.
But I don't have to be in the thoughtless stage. Before, just when I start doing the meditation, then I can invite
Especially
them.
when you're doing together meditation, this 30 minutes you're doing together, everyone together. That's a perfect time to do. You don't need to be thoughtless stage, nothing. Because the soul will be in thoughtless stage because they don't have mind and body.
But we have to be in thoughtless stage.
You don't need to be. You're calling them for meditation. They need to increase their energy. They'll be in thoughtless stage and they will go.
Wow, then I should try that.
Because they're in a soul level. They can do anything they want. Don't forget that.
Interesting.
try here.
Yes. Maybe tomorrow we can do that.
One question from my end.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead, Sushma.
Yeah, we have we have discussed a lot about souls and dreams and everything, right? When can we start all these practical thing, sitting meditation and doing workshops for this?
We will. We are doing this 2-week session. So first you need to know stuff before we start practicing. So when we start practicing without knowing, you will get so many questions and you can go deeper into that. You cannot practice it. So first we are doing the theory and then practicals will come. Don't worry. We are with you.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's the masters, don't skip
Yeah,
any classes.
namaste.
You need to, yes.
My name is Bharti. Thank you for the this new topic. It's really very interesting. I want to know, after the dead, people do rituals, right? 14 days and things like that, a different date. So they do certain rituals. What happens to the soul during those rituals?
Like I said, who are advanced Vruddhatma, we say, right? Mature soul. They go back to their soul city immediately. They don't even stay with you a minute, which are very advanced, who has all these knowledge. But people who don't have knowledge, they stay with you. They go around, they are with you everywhere. They watch you crying and they'll have that burn in the body, but they watch you doing that. They watch you doing everything. They don't go anywhere. On the 12th or 13th day, extremely spiritual, they can go until the 13th day, otherwise 12th day is the last day. So on the 12th day, the masters come and say, this is your last day, you have to go. And they teach them. They also teach in between. On the 5th day, they come, 4th day, they come, 3rd day, they come, and they teach them how to fly, how to go from one place to other place, how to, that they can talk, how their energy works on us, all those things they teach. So they learn. Sometimes, if you're in US, so you go back to India, If we are in India, our daughter is living in US, for example. So we come back to US and then our parents are in India. You go back in 1 second, you can do that. You go there, here, you go to UK, you go to here, whoever you have relatives, you want to go see them because you're leaving. You think, because we don't have knowledge at that time, a lot of people. So they think once they go to the Soul City, they can see all these people. That's not true. From there, you'll have a huge TV. You can see everything you want. Anything you want, you can do there. But they don't know that. But the the minute soul comes, they also see what all they did mistakes, what all was not right, what they didn't learn in this birth. All those things also they see. But mostly they kind of see in a glance. But mostly when they go back to their soul city, they see much more deeper. They see much more deeper level of what they did mistakes and what they did the best, and how they would have done differently. All those things they will see, and then they will repent. And they sometimes you have to take birth again for the same reason. So even though you're faced here because you didn't learn, if I did not learn, for example, about the depression, for example, for something, right? So and the person lost somebody. They lost a son, for example, because of their karmas, and they need to learn something, bravery or whatever, as a soul status. So they didn't learn. The depression, they died. So they didn't learn. So they have to go through again the same situation. Their son will die again in the next life again. They have to go through again, same. So that's why, friends, we have to, knowledge is the power. Knowledge is the enlightenment. Knowledge is the moksha. So if you have the knowledge, you don't need to born again and again for the same reasons and with the same, you create the karma. Even though you faced already the death of a son, you create again another karma and you face again. So that's the reason we have to be extremely careful of, that's why we should not go back and feel sorrow or stress. Everything we bought it, and what you need to learn from that. You only only see what I need to learn from that. And you send them happily. You talk. See what we did when my father died, passed away. My mom didn't cry a second, and she didn't allow anybody to cry because she's a follower of J.R. Swami. He explains very clearly. He also called immediately to my mom and explained to him, that not to cry, all that. My mom already knows, but he gave little more strength by calling. A guru always should be with you whenever you need it. That's the called a guru. So he called and he spoke to her 15 minutes. Then she understood again. She didn't go down. She was fine, and she didn't allow anybody to cry. And she and we, all of us, started talking what all he did when he was alive, and how my mom also. You also talk the person who is alive. You don't make her also depressed by talking only the person, because my mom also did lot togetherness, right? Whatever they did together, raising us. So we kept our mom and the dad together, and we spoke great things we experienced in the life continuously those 12 days. Every day we had 200, 250 people came every day for the lunch. And then every day we spoke about them, different things, like how our childhood was. I have we are 4 sisters and 1 brother. We all spoke different things every day, different topic, different thing. How my dad encouraged on us, even how my mom cooperated. All those stuff we did together. That was wonderful thing. We all had a happy tears. We never cried. So that's how you do when a person dies. That's what Americans do. They don't cry because they're mature souls. So that's what we all should learn and do. When a person leaves the body, they come back again. It's like a change of clothes, right? That's what the Gita says. So feel the same way, what the God taught us.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Is there a book on this, like this, until this practical session starts, we can read more on this?
Yes. The Vamshi Kiran sir wrote a book. We are also actually planning on writing books on these. So especially on earthborn souls, I experienced a lot of stories, a lot of dreams. So I will definitely write on that. I wrote a book on the kids, how to raise the kids in a right way. So that's in the printing. And then now I want to write the second one is the kids. I want to write to the kids I want the kids to know how they can live in a right way, and how they can change, how they can express to the parents and the teachers not to get abused or not to get stressed out, how they can keep their self-esteem and more power in them and live. That's my second book I'm doing. The third one, I want to do the Earthbound Souls. And the fourth, fifth, I will be doing on these, like one by one I'm doing. So, yeah. So I'll send you the English version of Vamshikiran sir on the Karma Chakra. Karma Chakra, we have one, he wrote like 4 books. I'll see what are there in English. I will send it to Sir, the Bhiksham sir. So he can put in your things.
Okay.
One
Sure,
more
sure,
last
sure.
question.
Yeah.
Halyaji is quick because
It'll be
already we
quick, yeah.
passed. Yes,
I
please.
know I see all masters, advanced masters, how much time we spend. Sometimes I think, should I quit my job to learn all this?
No.
What's your advice?
Samsaramlo nirvanam means what? You have to be in the materialistic world, attached from detached. So I work. I never quit my work, and I'm doing all these things. That's what you ask the strength from the masters. I want to learn all this. I want to have all this knowledge. Please help me in giving me more and more strength in my body and also in my mind. And give me more time. Give me the time, not more time. Give me the time to learn everything. They will create time for you. You get the time. I do so many things in a day because
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Halyaji, and thank you everyone, masters who joined our meditation and are learning this in a new techniques and a new knowledge. And of course, thank you so much, Anuruddha madam. I really appreciate your time that you're spending so much time taking care of your business, your family, and everything. We are so lucky to have you here. I really appreciate your time, Master. Thank you so much, Master. Thank you, Masters, for joining this. See you tomorrow at the same time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you much.
Madam and Bhikshamji. Thank you. Thank you.